Hello, myRockworld. This is Marty and
Mark.
It's a pleasure for me for us here to sit in Munich with Mike Howe, the lead singer of Metal Church. Welcome to myRockworld, Mike.
Thank you very much. The pleasure is all mine.
Mark, let's first of all, after close to 20 years, welcome back to Metal Church. Please tell us what was the reason for your departure at that time and what happened and how come to rejoin Metal Church now.
Okay, well, it's a long story, so I'll try to make it brief. But I left Metal Church because of managerial and record company and outside pressures that were putting Metal Church in a position that was not to my liking. You know, they were kind of ruining the band for me business-wise. You know, small examples like the record cover of Hanging in the Balance, which was something that I did not approve of and did not like at all. And so it's okay if you like it, but for me it was not something that I liked. But and things like that, the way it was recorded and mixed and the pressures put on me and to push me in ways that I didn't want to be pushed, and so things like that. So it was just kind of came to a head where, you know, this is not the band that I envision and Kurt envisions, and we're being basically bullied around by a management company that doesn't understand us, and they think they know better than us. So I was like, this is it. I'm getting off the ship before it goes down, you know. So that's why I left, but I came back for that exact reason, because Kurt and I had called me. He'd called me up, and Ronnie had left the band, and he said he didn't want to carry on without, with a fourth singer of Metal Church. So, we talked, about what our ideal Metal Church would be, and that would be to come and write some new music, powerful music with no pressures from the outside, whatever it took, however long it took. And we got, from the beginning of the writing process to the finished mixing and all that of the album and the cover, it was all us, and nobody else had any input or any outside pressures. And so now we can blame ourselves for anything we're not happy with, so we're very proud of that fact, and it's sort of like a redemption for us, something that was unfinished business that we, in our lifetime, we were lucky to be able to revisit and get that chance to do that.
The new album is called 11. Have you been involved in the songwriting process from beginning? Or?
Yes. Well, that from the very time that Kurt and I talked, it was like, okay, I'm not coming back to Metal Church because of nostalgia. I'm not a nostalgic guy. Yeah, they're great songs, and I'm proud of that era, but I'm not coming back to be, to relive that era. I'm coming back because we need to write some new music that's relevant and powerful enough to pick up where that left off, and so that's what we did. And he wrote basic structures and sent them to me over the internet, and I listened and was like, wow, that's powerful. And when he wrote enough, and I was like, let's get together now, and I flew to his house, and we started sculpting them and singing melodies and writing lyrics and really refining them into the songs they are today.
How would you describe the difference musically and of the sound between the new album and the third albums you have been involved between 89 and 93?
Well, musically, I think that they're just we picked up right where we left off, because that's what I really felt, is we were still a great band with great relevant music. But then I didn't leave because we were like, oh, we're not writing good music anymore. I left because of the outside influences. So I really feel that the magic was recaptured again, our chemistry between he and I, and so the writing process was the same, but recording and doing it ourselves was different, obviously, because we have digital, and it was a great resource to be able to cut and paste without having to just replay it all, and it kept the creative juices flowing without stopping, and so that's a great tool to have those kind of things these days, the digital era of computers and putting songs into there and rearranging them and things like that.
And we really like the new album. It's really great. Do you have any personal favorite song on the album, and why?
Well, I mean, they're all my babies, they're all like your children, so you can't like one more than the other, but of course you do, but you just don't tell them, when you're talking about how much you love them, you kind of close the ears of the other songs, but I went through phases. At first, No Tomorrow was my favorite, obviously, and that's why we did a video for it. It was like, I really loved that song at first because it was different but melodic and heavy, and so that's why we did that. And then, Reset was another great song that I loved. It was, a straightforward, verse, chorus, verse, powerful song, and it was our mantra, our new mantra, Reset. So that's great. And now Needle and Suture is my favorite. I just love that chugging riff with
Also my favorite.
yeah, it's my favorite really. Overall, you know, and after living with the album for a couple years, when I go to it, that's the one I love to listen to because it's got that metal groove chunk, and then I have some melodies with harmonies that are haunting, and I love singing with melodies and harmonies. So
there's also a new live album out.
Yeah.
Tell us something about that one.
well, I mean, last year we did lots of shows here in Europe. Had, you know, the oh my God, all those big festivals, and so we were recording those, and so we took those and said, let's document the great year we had over in Europe and all those festivals. We took the best ones and we compiled them. Kurt compiled them together in his studio, and we released them.
And how difficult is it to do a set list for a live album?
Well, for a live album, that's a good question. I left that one up to Kurt, you know, and he said, how about this one, Mike? And I listened to it. That sounds great. And he said, that sounds great. And then he put it together and sequenced it. So it's all his fault.
Okay, so there was no fighting. I need this.
Kurt and I really get along like peas and carrots, as you know. As they say.
That's great. What can we expect from the show tonight, and also of the set list? How many songs from the new album will you play tonight?
Oh, we're going to play a nice handful. I think 4 of the songs off the new album are in the set. Yeah, we really love playing the new music. That's what I said. That's why I'm back. So, yeah, a good amount of 4 songs, and it's going to be exciting. I can't wait.
Great. One general question. Who were your heroes starting out playing music?
Well, the one that formed my style of vocals is first and foremost Rob Halford from Judas Priest. Surprising, right? And then Bon Scott of AC/DC. So I always tell people that those 2 styles, like mixed together, are kind of what I feel is my vocal style. Because Rob with his range and his power, and then Bon with his attitude. You know, it's just.
You have any favorite Judas Priest albums?
Well, I mean, Screaming for Vengeance was a pivotal one, but, you know, I loved a lot of them before that, too, you know, Heading Out to the Highway and all these Point of Entry and Stained Class and all those were great records, yeah.
Awesome. Please tell us some secrets about yourself or the band that nobody knows, maybe something you did not get killed of the other ones.
I'm sorry, I didn't understand.
A secret about yourself or the band that nobody knows.
A secret that nobody... I don't know, we're pretty open. We don't really keep secrets. We're pretty open on us, guys. Oh my goodness. That's a hard question. A secret that, you know... here's a secret. We're very boring. Off stage.
Oh no, I can't believe this.
We're like old guys. We like to read and sit around on the bus and like be mellow after the show. We don't party and carry on like.
You believe it?
Sure. There's a secret right there.
Awesome. Okay, last one. Some words to the fans, please.
Well, my words to the fans are what they always are, and what the biggest cliche in rock and roll is, because it's true, is that, you know, without them we would not be here, and we cannot express how grateful we are at this stage in our life to be out here doing this, and them still showing up and showing the love to Metal Church, and it's just really heartwarming, and it fills me up.
Okay, that's great. Mike, thank you very much for this interview.
Thank you.